So, when you're considering getting a wireless dog fence, you're already saving yourself anywhere from $3,000 to $8,000. And that makes a huge difference from people looking to save on containing their beloved pups. But today, I'm breaking down every other option that you can think of to contain your pooch the smart way. And for some of my favorites, check the link in the description below for some exclusive discounts. All right, let's start with the cheapest option, a leash, ranging anywhere from $4 to $80, which is, wow, $80 for a leash. It doesn't contain any of the GPS functionality since you have to literally hold on to it or tie it to something. You have a pretty short range, which makes it good for, taking them for a walk or maybe if you live in an apartment. All right, all joking aside, let's start with our most budget-friendly option, and by the end of this video, I will tell you what I think is the smartest pick for your dollar. Let's talk about PetSafe's wireless pet containment system. Prices range from $199 to $269 depending on the model. I personally tested the Stay and Play Compact, which cost about $249. It's much cheaper than installing a physical fence, and there's no monthly subscription fees like some of the GPS fences that we'll talk about. So really just replace the battery every few months or recharge it every 2 to 3 weeks in the case of the Stay and Play, and you're good to go. Well, what does it actually do? This system creates a circular boundary using radio frequencies, not GPS. It comes with a transmitter, a waterproof collar with adjustable correction settings, training flags, and a setup guide. The setup really only took about an hour, no digging required, which is really, really nice. You will get a circular boundary of about 3/4 of an acre area, and it includes a tone warning and shut off after 30 seconds to prevent overcorrection. You can also add unlimited collars to this system if you have unlimited dogs, which sounds pretty great. Is it worth it? Well, I think it is a great solution for smaller, symmetrical, flat properties. In our testing, it worked really well in ideal conditions. However, when there were slopes or metal structures in the yard, it did create some inconsistent boundaries. And in my opinion, the biggest drawback for this is its circular shape. You cannot change the shape of the boundary at all, like you can with some of the GPS options that we're going to talk about later. Still, I think for under $250, it is a really great solution if you're looking to cover a smaller property and you're not planning on moving it around a bunch. If you need some portability and some flexibility, we'll talk later on about some GPS options that you might want to consider. Now let's take a look at the PetSafe Guardian GPS system, and this is where we start to see subscription pricing come into play. The cost for the collar is $300, but you'll need to shell out $10 a month for their advanced features, or you can save a little money by going with an annual plan, which is about $89 for the first year. And while it might seem like adding a subscription is something that you'll ultimately want to avoid, and believe me, I try to avoid additional subscriptions at any cost. Let me explain why I think it actually matters. The good news is basic containment functionality of the collar works out of the box without any subscription fees. You can use the GPS fencing system on its own without any monthly charges, which is great, especially compared to some of the other competitors. However, what you get with those subscriptions are some advanced features like real-time location tracking and push notifications if they break containment, which can be incredibly useful. So financially, you're looking at about $390 for that first year, and then assuming you want to maintain those additional features, $89 annually after. What are you getting? This is a clear step up from our radio-based models. This uses GPS plus motion sensing and AI, which is marketed as AccuGuard, to create custom boundaries, up to 20 zones of any shape. This is great for irregular yards, or if you want to keep your dog out of certain spaces in your yard, like a pool or pond, or maybe your garden. The collar is waterproof, rechargeable, and lasts up to 72 hours per charge. The claimed GPS accuracy is within 4 feet. While also using predictive technology to alert before a breach happens. It also performed reasonably well in our testing in wooded areas, which can sometimes be a bit of a trouble spot for these GPS collars. So, should you buy it? Honestly, it's kind of a tough sell because at $400 for the first year, it falls in a bit of an awkward pricing spot. And it's only slightly cheaper than some more premium GPS collar options that offer better accuracy, better features, and more flexibility in collar sizing. Because I should mention, this collar only works for dogs that are over 30 pounds. So that already cuts out a significant chunk of dog owners. While better than a basic radio fence, yes, it also doesn't offer enough reliability or flexibility to really justify that extra cost. I would say you're better off either downgrading to a radio fence system for a smaller, simpler solution, or spending just a little bit extra money on a more premium option. Let's talk dollars and cents with the Halo Collar 4. Prices can fluctuate. We'll try and put the latest prices on screen at the time of publication, but for the most accurate pricing, use the link in the description below. You will get a discount on whatever the best price is right now. At roughly $50,000 for the Halo Collar 4, it is a significant investment up front. But this is where it really differs from previous options that we've talked about. You will need a pack membership at either $10 a month for the bronze membership or up to $20 a month for the gold if you want all of the premium features. Doing the math, that means your first year spend is going to be about $650 and then a recurring $120 a month annually if you go with a basic plan. That is more expensive than both of the previous options we talked about. However, you got to remember that you're also paying for cutting-edge technology with regular updates and improvements to help secure that investment over time. What does that investment get you? You get a seriously advanced dog collar with dual feed GPS technology that connects to 6 different satellite constellations for an accuracy within 1.4 feet. Even Poppy was impressed. And believe me, she does not impress easy. The collar is also waterproof, has about 30+ hours of battery life, and fits dogs 10 pounds on up, with neck sizes ranging from 8 inches to 30.5 inches, which is way more versatile than the PetSafe Guardian. The Halo app lets you make unlimited fences of whatever shape you want by either walking the perimeter of your boundary with your phone and the collar, or by simply drawing that boundary on a map within the app. And the great thing is these boundaries will even work if you don't have an internet connection once they are loaded onto the collar. I especially love the customizable feedback options that use sound, vibration, and optional static feedback that you can adjust within the app. Poppy also really responded well to some of the other features like the come home whistle and the good dog button that provides affirmation if they choose to stay within the boundary, because frankly, look at her. She is a sucker for positive affirmation. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. It is very, very close to being my top pick. I found the fences to be reliable even in our more heavily wooded area, and the real-time tracking gave me the peace of mind knowing that I could see exactly where she was at any given time, especially when she decides that she's going to go investigate our neighbor's barbecue. She didn't get any of the food, but if you gave her a few more seconds, she would have gotten it out of somebody. The only real downside is that ongoing subscription fee, but you're getting more than just GPS service. You're getting regular updates and an entire training ecosystem. For someone who wants a comprehensive solution that covers containment, tracking, and professional-grade training, you're really getting a solid value from the Halo 4, even at the premium price point. When we look at the SpotOn GPS fence, we are looking at the premium end of the market, with prices starting anywhere from $999 to $1,099. Remember, you can use the discount link in the description below to save a little bit of money on that. I had to have a little talk with my credit card company when I went to order it the first time. Now, like Halo, there is a monthly subscription at $10 a month or as low as $7.50 a month if you prepay for 2 years. Here's the kicker. That subscription is entirely optional. You get all of the GPS fence features, which means unlimited boundaries and containment functionality without having to pay anything extra. What are you getting for that premium price? Simply put, you are getting the most accurate and reliable GPS fence technology on the market. SpotOn uses patented true location technology that connects to 128 satellites. Dual feed active antenna create pinpoint accuracy. We're talking within 3 feet in open sky and 10 feet in dense wooded areas. When we tested it with Poppy on our property, I was genuinely impressed with how accurate the boundaries maintained, even in dense forest coverage and near large buildings, which are typically weak spots for GPS collars like this. And believe me, Poppy is very good at finding weak spots. The system allows you to create boundaries from a half acre to 100,000 acres, which is a crazy range that makes it perfect for everything from suburban yards to sprawling ranches. And the collar itself, it is rugged, it is durable, waterproof, it has a quick charge battery that lasts 35 plus hours on extended mode, and it fits dogs anywhere from 15 pounds on up with neck sizes between 10 and 26 inches. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. The SpotOn received my top recommendation for most dog owners looking for a wireless fence solution. Despite the higher initial investment, which, yes, did make me and my wallet cry quite a bit, the combination of superior accuracy, a truly optional subscription service, and US-based customer support makes it the best value long-term. Poppy took to it incredibly quickly during our testing, responding really well to the progressive training system that uses tones before any sort of corrective action. What really sets SpotOn apart is their engineering philosophy. This is not just a GPS tracker that gets adapted into a fence ecosystem. It is a purpose-built containment system designed from the ground up for reliability. The collar sits comfortably on Poppy's neck despite its technological sophistication, and the free 30-minute virtual one-on-one consultation was really great to help us get set up properly from day one. Really appreciated because I am not some tech genius over here. The Halo collar is great for new dog owners who would appreciate the training features that are built in, but the SpotOn delivers where it matters most, creating boundaries that work reliably, consistently in virtually any environment. If you can swing that initial upfront investment, it will pay back dividends, peace of mind, flexibility for years to come. And finally, installing a traditional invisible fence in your yard. What you do here is you take a wad of money and then you light it on fire. Because taking all that time to bury all of those wires in your yard in the year of our Lord 2025 is frankly not worth it at all. Especially when you compare it to the GPS collars that are on the market at frankly somewhat similar price points and require a lot less effort and offer a lot more accuracy and flexibility. That is all we have for today. Make sure to please check out those discount codes in the description below if you want to try any of the collars that we've talked about. And if you have any questions about any of these, drop them in the comments. I will try my best to answer them when I have the time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. You're shedding, girl.